The following episode may contain sensitive content. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to The Show Must Go On.
Yes.
I'm Tracey.
And I'm Nikki. And we are here to judge. It feels like it's been so long only because we're recording 2 days later. Like, I'm so used to our routine now of Wednesday night, boom, 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 we record. So... Hi, friend. It's been so long.
I know those 2 extra days.
Oh my God, I missed you.
It does
48
feel weird.
hours of withdrawals.
Hey, it adds up.
I know, right? I was like, damn, it's been a while.
Weird.
And I'm like, actually, it was last week. Calm down, bitch.
Yeah, but still, but it was for a good reason.
Yes,
because your dad's in town.
My dad is in town. And you know what?
Dante Cucurulo.
Mr. Dante, I didn't want to rush him either. I wanted to spend the day without feeling like, oh, we got to stop this at some point, So I was like, you know what?
Right.
Let me just relax. He had, for the first time ever, he had Aperol Spritz, and I made it. And he was like...
For the first time?
For the first time! He was like,
It changed his life?
Yes, right away. He's like, what's this? Because he's had Aperol because it's a digestive liqueur.
Sure.
So he was like, I didn't know you could... And I was like, Dad, your Italian heritage is, disappointed
Screaming
in
at
you
you
right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, what? And then, Trey was like, I'm going to make limoncello spritz.
Ooh.
Game over. My dad was like, how do you make this one?
Taking notes.
He told his wife, he's like, can you write this down? Because we need to make it at home. And I'm like, I know, it's refreshing. It's refreshing as fuck.
I love
Oh,
changing lives.
Changing lives one spritz at a time. That's
a shirt.
That's the life that I'm talking about. That's the goal.
I love it.
I'm going to change lives one spritz at a time. I should get that shirt for Trey because he's always making it for people. He's so proud of himself.
Let's go.
He said for New Year's, he thought he made around 20 at my mom's place. Because he made one for me and then for him. And one of the people tried it. One of my family members was like, can I try it? And they're like, oh, can I have one? And then, the word spread out in, less than 30 minutes. And then Trey was a bartender.
I believe it.
It was just, a domino effect. But for the listeners, if you have not had a limoncello spritz, please get on it.
I've never had one.
Well, I'm excited.
I need to try that.
When you come visit me, I'll make one for you. Yeah, because it really is one of the most refreshing drinks, especially the summer is right around the corner.
Love it.
And it's sweet but not too sweet. It's refreshing. Right. Oh, so good.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
I know.
I go out and buy the ingredients.
My limoncello spritz.
Yeah.
So you were talking about the pit before, and how the withdrawals.
I'm having withdrawals
are
already.
So big for me that I just started watching ER from the beginning.
Hey, I'm tempted now too.
It's so 90s, the music and all that, and it's insane that the 90s feel. I don't know for you, but they feel like yesterday to me. And it's been 30 years. This show came out 30 years ago. But aside of how 90s the show is, you can see in the medical procedure how much we have advanced in 30 years.
For sure.
Because, like, they were doing stuff, and I was like, oh, it's so not like that anymore. You know? They're like, oh, no, we have to, like, we have to put this liquid on you. If blood comes out, it means, like, you have an internal injury. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. Like, we're so beyond that at this point, you know?
Right.
But it's so good, and you can tell because it's the same creator, John Wells. So you can still see, you know, his style in it, some like one shots, and it in Noah Weil is just a little baby. He's such a little baby in this show.
Little cutie.
But it's still,
he looks good though.
It's, oh my god, he looks
aged well.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he had a lot of hair back then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I remember him having a lot of hair, but I didn't know it was that much until I was like watching ER, and I was like, oh, damn. He had a lot.
Look at that coif. It was like,
yeah. But it's still such a good show, you know, and it's like if The Pit would have been made 30 years ago. You know, it's kind of like the same. Obviously, it's not the same concept of like every episode is 1 hour, but it's still the ER. It's like, I feel like an episode is a day, a shift. Yeah.
Right.
Still so good. So if you want to like compensate with something, go for ER.
I might need to.
Yeah. You know what I've noticed? One of the actresses, you know, there's a lot of actors I'm going to see while I rewatch this that were just starting. But one of the actresses, I don't think she's done much after it, but her voice, her tone, it's like very, I don't know, very, very VPS, like good voice production and speech, very enunciating so much that sometimes it feels like there's a voiceover on her, and it's not. It's just how she talks.
Okay.
I'll let you know which actress that is. She plays Susan, and she was in it for 11 years, so she was in it for a long time, you know. She was in it until 2009. Yeah. And I'm like, I never even noticed that. But I was watching that when I was like fucking like 9. So.
Right. Yeah.
My God.
My mom loved that show.
My mom too. On. So I will watch it with her. And it was at the same time. Thursdays, 9 p.m. Oh my gosh. So good.
The time slot right there.
Did you watch Secret Millionaire?
I haven't watched it yet. Because they were like,
it's finished.
They do the thing where it's like, a little bit at a time, and you know me, I like to binge things. Yeah. So I saw that they had the like finale, so I'm like, okay, now I can go watch it. So I will, but I haven't yet.
Okay, so I'll just wait until you're done. Just watch it.
It's entertaining though, right?
Oh,
like,
it's
yeah. Okay.
It's definitely not Traitors. But once you watch it, we can talk about it. Because I want you to like
Nothing is Traitors.
Go in blind. But I did start watching Got to Get Out. And it's on Hulu.
What's that one?
So this one is all celebrities. And they're all in a house.
Oh my gosh, is that the one with Spencer Pratt?
Yes. Yes.
I have seen the trailer for that.
Oh my God. I mean, it's like, I think it's like mostly celebrities. There's like 5 or 6 people that are not. But the concept is really, really good. You know, they're all locked in a house. You know, as time passes, the money increases. And the whole thing is that you get secret exits and challenges to do on your own for you to be able to get out. Now, if anybody in the house, when you get out, you take whatever's in the pot. It's yours. But you have to get to the gate. You have to fucking run. But if anybody from the house notices, you press a button in the middle or a thing in the top, and the gate shuts down.
Yeah.
It's. I think it's very, very interesting. There's a lot of dumb people in the show, though. I was like, I couldn't stop laughing. And Trey goes like, I cannot believe what I'm watching right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm like, you're supposed to have a strategy here, and you're just fucking it up all over. Because I guess they don't really know how to play. I don't know. But there's people that we know in the show. So there's Spencer Pratt, some of the housewives I've seen already from before. But there's also Demi from Bachelor in Paradise.
Okay.
Yes. Claire from The Bachelorette. Remember Claire, who like fucking finished the season halfway through because she liked that black guy?
I don't remember. I'm sure if I saw her.
Oh no, yeah. She's been in The Bachelor for many fucking times. And then they finally created The Bachelorette for her. And then they brought this one guy in. And she went on a date with him. And then she kind of canceled the show. She sent everyone home. And she's like, I know it's him. And I'm like,
okay, yes,
girly pop, how do you know? And for what? They're not together.
Of course. Yes, I think I remember that. Okay. And I think Omarosa's
in it. This lady from The Golden Bachelor is in it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's very interesting. It's an interesting group of people.
I mean, you're naming it, and I'm like, whoa.
There's like a gamer. There's a true crime writer in it. It's fun, you know, and you'll laugh a lot. I laughed a lot. I love it. I was like, oh no, this is a mess, you know, and you know how they're really trying to get there. The gate is so fucking far away. I'm like, for you to get there. The distraction inside has to be fucking... So you have to distract inside. So you have to team up with people. You know?
Sure.
It's fucking nuts. It's crazy. But it's good. I really, really like... You see, that one I would say it's more like Traitors. Because the games have more complexity. Mm-hmm. You know? I love that shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anything else that you've watched? Because I'm here fucking recommending shit left and right.
I watched all the new episodes of Black Mirror.
Oh, I have not. How was it?
Very good. I really liked this season. And I would say 2 of the episodes were like, well, actually...
Is it the first and the last really one?
The first one, and there's one in the middle.
Yeah,
that I really liked.
Giovanni texted me telling me that he saw it too, and he said exactly the same. There are 2 episodes that are like standouts.
I can tell you the titles. So it's Common People, which is the first episode, and then the other episode was Hotel Reverie.
Okay.
So those 2 were like the standouts for me that I really liked. But I do think overall, like the whole season was really good, because the last one for me was like a little iffy. There were only like one or 2 episodes that were pretty good.
Yeah.
But this to me felt like some of the earlier episodes where it was like all of them are so good.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I thought this season
I can't wait. Really, I'm excited. Really I'm excited to watch it. Mm-hmm. I finished The Penguin.
Okay. And you liked it.
Yeah, it's...
And they're doing a second season, I think.
They're not.
They decided not to?
Well, I don't think it's meant for a second season.
Okay.
I mean, if I was the writer, Trey was like, well, if I was the writer, I wouldn't touch it because it's like perfect. Even the way it ended, you know, it's like why he became who he is, basically.
It's like his origin story.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I feel like if they do another season, I think they will have to bring Batman, and then it just becomes about something else, you know? Sure. So I feel like it's like a perfect miniseries. Like,
just leave it.
Just leave it like that. It's very, like, the acting, man. I can't get over how good it was.
Okay, I should watch it.
That might be Colin Farrell's, like, peak performance ever. Yeah, because
I feel like
I think
he's
of
got
like
some good stuff,
and I'm like, yeah, nothing can like top that. That's like
just because it's so transformative.
It's so transformative. Like, it's just wow. It's beautifully done, and I can't remember the name of the leading girl.
She was nominated for Golden Globe and stuff.
She's also incredible in it. Incredible. And her eyes are really big, I feel like, as a person.
Yeah.
Normal. But in the show, it's beautiful. Like, they speak to your soul in the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely recommend it. It's only 8 episodes.
That's not bad.
And
like an hour.
Yeah, it's kind of dark. So if you want to like do one a day, I get it.
Yeah.
It's kind of dark, but it's really, really well done. Again, with Apple TV X. Wait, no, that's HBO. Max, yeah. That's Max.
But still, they got some good stuff too. Because, like, I've been watching, there's like a documentary series that they've been doing. So it's called like Hollywood Demons.
Oh my God. Is it good? I need to watch.
And it's like each episode is like a different story. And it is good. So, like, the first episode is about, I can't think of his name now. The guy who was the dad on Seventh Heaven.
Oh my God. Yeah, I watched that episode. What am I talking about?
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Yes. So him. And then the second episode was sort of about like child actors. Okay. And like kind of as they get older and goes wrong.
Yeah.
You know, they get in trouble with the law and things like that. So they focus on like a few of them, which was interesting. And then I need to watch it, but they just did one on the Power Rangers.
I was Kimberly.
Was she the pink one?
Yes.
Okay. So they talk about like the show and then some of the actors and
I feel like
things go wrong.
Yeah, and all the things like that actress specifically has done is very like Lifetime, you know. I feel like they had a curse a little bit, that show.
Yeah, some of them for sure.
Fuck. It's so like, sad because you think of like if you're a young actor and you get a role like that, you're thinking this is just gonna like open all my doors,
propel my career,
and it just like brings you to a level of I don't want to say because they are not mediocre, but the work that they're getting is not as good as they probably wanted their careers to be.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
But that's a good series.
Okay, so I'll watch. I love a good documentary. I need to watch the Aaron Carter one.
That, I think, might make me cry. And then did you see that his brother Nick now has, like, sexual harassment allegations against him?
No. When did that come out?
I know. Like earlier in the week. I feel like that family cannot catch a fucking break.
Don't tell me that because I'm going to go see Backstreet Boys in July. And I hope he's there on the stage.
That's true. I mean, he has to be. He's Nick Carter.
I know, but if they take him to jail, I'm stressed now. Why did I have to ruin it for us?
I'm sorry. I guess you have to end the episode here so Nikki can go cry in the fetal
Oh
position.
my God.
I'm so sorry.
I wasn't even like a fan of him. I loved Kevin.
I know.
But it's just like, don't ruin it for the group, man.
I know.
Oh my
God. I mean, I don't know the specifics of like when this happened, who's bringing it forth, and so I don't really know, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be wrong.
I hope so. I'm still gonna. I already got my ticket, so I'm going.
You're going either way.
Doesn't matter.
You have to.
Doesn't matter.
You'll fill in for him.
Exactly. I'll just hop on that stage. Larger than life.
You have the job.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Just dye my hair blonde.
Back to 2006.
And I'll just say, am I sexual?
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. That makes me so upset. I feel like I need to go back to Instagram. I haven't been in it in like almost 2 weeks.
It was probably on E! News. which I follow them on Instagram.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm in my safe space of TikTok right now, and I'm just like appreciating it because I'm not seeing crazy news.
Because it's like, for me, my algorithm is all like Disney, Universal, dogs.
Yeah, mine is dog, like pop culture tea, and I'm talking about like Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
Yep.
Oh God, there's like this new TikTok that went viral, and the song is in my fucking head. The song is called Benny, and it's this girl that sings exactly like Justin Bieber.
I saw the original video.
Well, yes, they went so viral. Her doing
it like in her car.
Now this song is on Spotify. Yeah, they recorded. Hey yo, Benny.
It actually is a vibe.
She sings exactly like Justin Bieber is fucking insane to me.
Yeah.
What a fucking queen. Wow. It's so fucking funny.
I love it. There's a video.
That's the kind of bullshit I get on TikTok.
Yeah, there's like a video of this guy, and he's like sharing the Benny song with my brother, like telling him that it's Justin Bieber's twin brother, and his reaction being like,
yeah. I know. I started doing that to Trey.
So scandalized.
I was like, because Trey likes Justin Bieber, and I'm like, maybe I should do that to Trey. Be like, you want to hear Justin Bieber's new song? He released today. He'll be like, oh shit. Yeah.
Do it. I love it.
So good. But yeah, I'm in my bubble right now. There. So.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I'm like, I'm missing out on all this like big tea. But I was like, right now, before we started recording, I was like in a hole of like, again, like Lively and Justin Baldoni, because it seems like this is the end of Blake and Ryan. Finally. I never really liked him.
Not looking good.
And her, like, I just can't stand her. There's a vibe that they have that I'm like,
Just so toxic.
I don't know. It's like I feel like she's one of those people that you can't really read. And then like he can be funny sometimes, but it's like he's constantly trying to be funny. And I'm like, what are you overcompensating for?
Yeah.
I always second guess that. Yeah.
Maybe he's just really insecure.
Probably.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So TikTok is my safe space.
I hear that. Same.
But enough. We've bantered so long. I'm gonna have to cut all this.
No. People want to hear it, right? You want to hear us bullshit.
I know. Well, so you watched Black Mirror. Anything else that you watched?
I mean, I've just been watching a lot of The Traitors, so we finished like all of the UK seasons.
Are you in the New Zealand one?
And we just started New Zealand. We're already like 3 episodes in. I'm not loving it as much.
Okay, we didn't even start New Zealand.
Yeah,
we only watched UK.
The UK ones are so good.
I know, Claudia.
So good. Love Claudia.
She's like, oh!
Yeah. I know. She's like, guys, you only have 2 minutes! Hurry! She's so invested.
She's rooting for them all the way.
Oh, 1,000,000%. I don't know. This New Zealand one, it's not in the Scottish Highlands. Like, it's in New Zealand in, like, this really nice house.
Yeah, no.
So already, like, the setting, like, the vibe is not the same. The people just seem a little too nice. And also, most of them know each other.
I know. I don't think that's good.
Like, they're like the celebrities of New Zealand. Because I looked it up. The population is only 5 million people in all of New Zealand.
Oh my God, that's like
which is
smaller
pretty small.
than DR.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of them. Like they'll even say, DR. "Oh, I know Dan outside of here, and how he's acting inside the house. He has to be a traitor." Yeah, so it's like it's not as fun because I feel like they know each other, and the games are kind of lame. Like, it doesn't feel like as high stakes. They don't have the shields.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They're playing for a lot less. It's only 70,000.
Oh God.
Which really isn't that much.
I know.
So I don't know if that's
I also,
like the thing
this
too.
is why I really liked Gotta Get Out, because they're playing for $1 million.
Oof. See, and that's when it's like, I think the more money it is,
the more desperate they are.
The claws come out. They're like, I'm gonna win that money. Yeah. So I don't know if it's because it's less money. I don't know. I'm interested about the Australian one because they're playing for $250,000. It's 250,000.
Yeah. I'll see if I can watch that one. I don't know. I'm in that one, and then obviously The Valley started.
I did see that, and I was like, Nikki show, it's on.
And it starts with so much drama right away. I'm like, fuck me up. Because the final episode of the first season, they were done recording. And Brittany and Jax decided to like separate, and everything went mayhem. So she called the producers. She's like, hey, I'm going through this. Do you want to get it on camera or what? And then they're like, yeah, mic everyone up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's how it basically finished. And now this season starts right after that.
Where it left off?
Oh, right after that. Seasoning. Give me a little martini with it.
A limoncello spritz.
Yo, these people make good fucking TV. I swear to God. So good.
Also, my life is so boring. So when I watch that stuff, I'm like, like I'm here for the drama, but I'm so glad it's not happening to me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to live vicariously through other people.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I do think people act differently once they have a camera on.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think it's and I just love that Lala and Sheena are in there like a couple of times. You know, they were for Vanderpump, so yeah. I love that. Okay.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Okay, let's get this shit started. We've been talking for 28 minutes.
We could go
Send
longer.
help. I know. Jesus Christ. Okay, everyone. Hey, welcome back to everyone that has gone away and they're like, I read the title of this episode and these bitches are just talking about bullshit. Well, we are back.
We'll get into it now.
Now we'll talk about what we're actually discussing, which has nothing to do with everything that we just talked about. But it's a thriller, and I think I had recommended this to Tracey before. So today we're discussing Tracey. How do you pronounce it?
I don't even want to. Heretic.
I think so. I think that's it. Heretic.
Because see, that's what I want to say. Heretic.
Yeah.
But I think it's
Heretic.
Heretic.
Yeah. Who knows? I already forgot. So, this film follows two young Mormon missionaries, Sister Paxton, who's Chloe East, and Sister Barnes, who's Sophie Thatcher, who, during the door-to-door outreach, encounter Mr. Reed, who's played by Hugh Grant, and what begins as a routine visit spirals into a harrowing psychological ordeal as Mr. Reed ensnares them in a deadly game that challenges their faith and prescriptions of reality. Whoo! Tell me what you thought, Tibonsky.
So I didn't really know anything about this movie. I knew basically just what you read, that it was like
the basics.
Two Mormon girls go to this house.
Yes.
Some scary stuff happens. Like, I didn't know anything. I loved it.
So good. Yeah.
It's so good. I mean, A24.
Once again, these mofos are bringing it in. I love that.
They know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just such a good movie. I mean, the acting. Mm-hmm. It takes place basically in just one location. pretty much 3 actors.
Yep.
Like, it's not a big cast,
Nope.
but just the dialogue is so good and the story is so interesting. It's like, I want to watch it again.
Yeah. It's one of those. I think I obviously I recommended that to you, so I really, really liked it too. I feel like psychological thrillers are just beyond. It just like, I feel like it makes you think, you know, the whole time. Because I always think, what if this could happen, you know?
Heretic. Tomato.
Yes,
right?
it's the same thing. No, but yeah, like it makes you think the whole time, and it also, you know, there are some points that you agree with him from his point of view, and that's what makes it
largely.
Yeah, and that's what makes it such a like a psychological thing, because you're agreeing with the bad guy, you know, and his quote unquote morals. I think again A24. I think they also did Baby Girl, which we'll probably watch soon. So I'm just excited to see this production company keep making movies too. Like, wow.
I mean,
and they're small. They're not even that big. They're just picking the right projects, I feel like.
See, and that's the thing, is that I think they just know how to pick the right movies to back.
Yeah. I agree.
Just like very thought-inducing, intellectual movies, but also they make you feel something.
Yes. Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. They're not just, they're thinkers, you know, they're not just like pass the time productions. But I wanted to like right away like dive into, you know, the Mormon religion. You know, I don't know Mormon people. I don't have any Mormon friends. I knew a few people from the school I went to, but I like friends with them, not really ever. But I always think that putting 2 girls in this kind of vulnerable position, it is so fucked up already. You know, I mean, you're sending 2 girls to try to convert them into this religion that most of the time I'm thinking is a cult, you know, because they are the number ones when it comes to cults. That's the number 1 religion that is involved in cults. So I always think of like, yeah, they told whoever from the church or whatever, but I'm like, in what moment do you think that's okay to send 2 girls to strangers' houses to like talk to them and try to like convince them to be a Mormon?
That's what they do.
Yeah, it's so weird to me.
Missionary work.
Yeah. I don't understand it.
Which also bothers me, because I feel like if you want to convert to a religion, you're doing the background work. You know what I mean? Like, you're researching it.
You're not waiting for someone to come to you.
You're going to them and you're saying, I want to become a Buddhist, whatever, you know? So the fact that they have to go to other countries and try to convert people, so I already have an issue with that, personally.
It's so weird to me. And I understand that you want to spread the word of the Lord and all this stuff. But yes, that's great. You know, spread whatever you want to spread. But actions will always speak louder than your words. So when you're doing good things, people will come to you because they want to be part of that good thing, you know? Having a good heart, taking good action, helping others, you know? People want to get involved. So if your religion is about that, I don't think you have the need to try to get to people. But people will come to you. I feel like. So yeah, it's very, very upsetting that these girls, I mean, I don't know any fun facts about this movie, so I don't know if this was based on a real case or anything. But if this is like how it is for Mormon churches, that they also have girls, young girls, going to houses, please stop. Please stop doing that. It is, you're putting them in so much danger. I was so upset.
Yeah, I know, because it's like, even when they knock on his door and he answers, and then they're like, oh, well, your wife has to be present. And he's like, oh, she's in the kitchen, just come on in. I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
I'll wait till she can, like, come out. But also at the same time, like, it's starting to rain.
It's starting to rain, and they're also not our age.
Right.
I don't think you have that much critical thinking at their age.
They're also a little naive.
Yeah, because of their religion too.
Exactly. Yeah. I know. Like, the whole time I was like, just no, sweeties, no.
When he was talking about the fucking pie, I was like, there's no pie. There's no pie. I wanted to go through the screen and be like, girls, get out. For nothing, because he had locked the doors and windows and everything already. Yep. Everything was shut down completely. Oh, God, what a horrible feeling.
Good.
It's
a terrible feeling.
Yeah.
Because then because the whole thing is, oh, do you smell that? And they're like, blueberry pie. And it's like, yes, okay, let's go see if it's ready. And he, like, goes into the back. And also I'm thinking, I don't hear any noises in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, you would hear rattling pans or running water or something. Yeah. You don't hear anything. And then the one sister turns the candle and it says blueberry pie. And I think that's really when it, like, hits that, I think we might be in trouble.
Yeah. I also think that the setup of, you know, obviously we just see them, but the moment everything starts to unravel, we notice right away that this guy has done this many times.
Yes.
You know, because he has it all set up right away. Like, he has a system at home, you know, doors locked, you know, he has a system. So he has practiced this on so many other victims. That's what, like, gave me so much anxiety while I was watching it. I was like, oh no, this guy is an expert. It's not like, oh, one day, like a cycle that had like one day that like something triggered him. No, this guy is experienced, and he knows what he's gonna do. He knows what he's trying to get from them, and he knows the fucking mind games that he wants to play with them, and how to make them doubt their faith. Because I feel like that's what he wanted through the whole film. Make them doubt what they believe in.
Absolutely.
You know? Which also, like, made me think, like, what happened to him? You know?
Of course.
Because, I always think of, like, The Office, Michael Scott, that, you know, he doesn't want to... They all want their money back from Ryan, and they're trying to convince him, and he's like, no. And Daryl is like, what happened to you in high school? And I'm like, that is exactly, like, what happened to you that you feel, like, usually the way that we are is from, like, either a trauma or, like, you know, we're still healing with the person we were as a child. We haven't forgiven ourselves and all that stuff. So I kept thinking, what the fuck did he do? Or what the fuck happened to him that with faith, that this is like his way of being happy with himself and his decisions, you know?
Right. because he does mention that it's like he was looking everywhere for answers.
Yes.
So that's why he knows so much about
all of them,
all the religions.
Yeah.
And then by the time he was 50, that it was just like, I don't know anything. Yeah. Like, I thought I knew all these things, but it's just more of a question mark than before.
Yeah. When he takes the girls to that, it's not like a basement yet. It's like above the
like
basement.
the library.
Yes. Which I think it's genius in the film that everything is so shot. Like, there's not a lot of windows and all stuff. That I don't know if you felt that. I felt a little bit claustrophobic through it.
Absolutely.
I was like, this is genius, because if I am feeling that, it means they're portraying it very, very well. But I kept thinking that the amount of time he had in his hands to create this, this whole system, like 2 doors. If you choose this, you go through there. If you choose that, you go through there. Like, he was trying to kind of like convince himself of something too at the same time, making them doubt, but also like reassure something in him, like
probably that he was
prove
right.
himself right.
He's like stroking his own ego.
Yes,
because he thinks he is so smart. He's very, you could tell he's a narcissistic man.
Yeah.
So it's like he knows that he can push these girls a certain way.
And to a point of desperation.
Yeah.
When he takes them there, I kept thinking, like, in my head, I don't know if you thought of this, but I kept thinking that it was going to be like a gruesome murder, that it was going to take time, but it was going to be a torture. But I felt like it was more of like a mental and spiritual torture that he did to the girls. Because for a long period of time, he didn't even touch them.
Yeah.
I mean, he never did, actually. At the end, maybe. No. But he never really did. You see them, suffer because they're struggling with everything they've always believed.
Right. It's not a physical torture, it's a psychological torture.
Yeah. And
which I think
spiritual.
is worse.
Because I feel like he's making them doubt their faith, but he's also making them doubt in humanity, because they are encountering this person that in their religion and in their world probably never exists. That type of person doesn't exist. And they do. They're fucking everywhere. And this is why 2 girls don't go to like a dude's house to convince them about a religion. Like, this is why we know that, because we know these people exist. But I feel like in their bubble, in their circle, they don't know, because they're not exposed to that kind of information.
Well, that, and I mean, again, they're a bit naive, especially the one sister, Sister Barnes. Because even the way, like, thank you so much. Like, she's just so polite and, and just you can see her demeanor, too, is that she is the type of person who wants to believe the best in everyone. Yes. Whereas I feel like Sister Paxton, who I think she said she had converted. So, and she grew up in Philly, right? So she's, I think, got a little more street savvy, maybe questions people a little bit more, which is why I think she's a little more outspoken against him.
Yeah.
And kind of challenges Mr. Reed, which I think he appreciates, but also it does get a little surprised here and there.
And,
makes things not go his way.
Exactly. And what I really also like that you were just talking about, how different the girls are from each other. I love that we kind of see that right away in the first scene of the film. They set it up so...
They're talking about porno?
Yeah.
Pornography?
Yeah, pornography. They were like, you know, you see the difference of how one girl talks about it and how the other girl talks about it, and right away you notice the difference in their characters, their background, you know, how they've lived their lives, which I just kept thinking is, for more than we want to like shelter kids from, you know, not being exposed to a lot of things, it's like you also have to guide them, because these things are out there in the world, you know.
Right.
You can't be that clueless either, you know. You have to find that middle ground, because my heart was breaking for that one girl that was very naive.
Sister Barnes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You know, I was like, baby, you know,
yeah.
we need to put you out there so you can really see what the real world is like.
Right. Because it's that whole thing of like, if they maybe did know a little bit more, they would have fucked politeness.
Exactly.
Like that was running through my head, especially in the beginning. I'd be like, they're just so nice about everything. I would have been like, get me the fuck out of here right now, or I'm going to cut your dick off.
Yeah. And like,
you know, like they're just so nice about it.
Even at the beginning when he's like, oh, my wife, you know, that the door was still open. Even then, because they were so polite, they're like, oh, okay, it's okay, you know? And they go in, and they're not fucking politeness. They're being polite as fuck.
Right. Oh, let me take your coats. I'd be like, no, I'm fine.
Gosh.
No.
Wow.
You don't have to do anything. Yeah. That was, like, such a big thing for me. But I think that's part of, like, they're sort of an easy target.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
In that sense, like, he knows that he can get them to do these things because that's kind of how they are. You know, Mormons are a little naive and I think quick to believe people and easy to please and go along with things. So, and made it easy for him.
God, it like there were some moments that I was like, gross. You know, once they're in again, he never touched them. You know, which is why it's so like such a mind fuck. You know, like they're being emotionally and mentally abused for like this whole fucking film. When they're in that basement, and he has that one lady there. Oh my God. And he's like trying to explain to them like why she can come back to life and like why everything is bullshit, like she's gonna die but then you'll see, you know. The fact that that's why I always think like, what happened to you? Because to create all that, not only just with that woman, he had how many in that little room?
At least 6
in cages,
maybe more.
Without like they're not bathed or anything, which makes it look more upsetting to the girls, you know. It's very 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 gross. And to see them in the moment trying to figure out how to escape, but also you kind of see them doubt themselves too, you know. And I think that's what made it such a good film for me, because there's like so many things going on in their head at the same time, you know. They're talking about like, how do we escape? Can we scream through this thing? Is there there's a person that just died, she's not gonna come back to life, but they keep looking, you know. It's just, it's so good.
And I love that it's like, maybe they're naive, but they're not stupid.
No.
You know, like they do a really good job of challenging him and saying, listen, I know what you're trying to do here, and like talking through it. And I think that is, it kind of throws him off.
Yeah, I think he really hated the fact that they were still, like, they didn't give up that fast.
Right.
You know, I think he hated the fact that every time that they would say something, he wasn't in power anymore. You know, the girls were taking control of the situation in that moment. And they had great fucking points, too.
Absolutely.
You know, which every time they would say something, I was like, yes, fuck yeah. You know, because in my head, I'm also thinking like, oh, he's probably testing them and maybe he'll let them go. Who fucking knows? You know, because we don't know with this guy. But also that's the beauty of it, that he's doing a mind fuck to them, but also us as viewers are getting that fucking thrill of going back and forth. Is this gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? So well done.
And I think knowing at the end that for him, when he says the true religion is control, and the fact that he didn't have full control a lot of the time.
Exactly.
And I think that's why that was so upsetting for him, is because he wasn't getting that from them.
Exactly. And I also feel like when what was her name? The sister Sister Barnes, when she is running inside and she gets to that, you know, she gets to that room with the cages and, you know, with the women, and she's telling them, you know, like it's gonna be okay. When he comes in, I do think because of his narcissism, I think her kindness to these women bothered him. Because in his head, they're useless. They're just like pieces in a puzzle that he's trying to put together for them. So his character was so specific and he played it so well. You know, I love seeing like new sides of actors, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
we've never really seen him do anything like this before.
He was horrible human being in this film. Horrible human being. And I'm talking about, this is a guy that I've loved from Notting Hill. Like that's like a classic for me. And to see him play this role in such a in such a good way, because I fucking hated him.
Right.
You know?
But also, like, I kind of, like you said, I agreed with him on a lot of things, though, especially in the beginning. And I was a little naive myself and being like, well, you know, maybe he's not going to do anything bad. He's just, like, testing them and their, you know, morals, and if he can persuade them for something else. And then I was like, I know that this is going to go deeper.
Yeah.
So I have to try to not like him as much.
Well, the thing is also,
and we get there, but
it's also like for you and I that we don't really identify ourselves with like a specific religion, you know. We just like are open. We also believe in like universe energy, you know, and all this stuff. So right away for us, like some of his points were like, yeah, that's right, you know. But I'm sure if a Mormon person or like anyone that is like very religious and is like big in faith wouldn't agree with what he was saying. The thing is like that middle ground too. It's like you have to know how the world is. You really have to. And we did discuss about what was that film, Conclave? When it's like certainty is what's gonna fucking kill us, because if there is certainty, there's no doubt, and if there's no doubt, there's no faith. So you have to doubt everything. And I think that was like, although he was certain that control was the religion in his head, he knew that you have to be doubtful about everything, you know.
And, like, also, that's what I was wondering by the end. I was like, for him, his religion is control, But is that because he's a fucking psychopath and that's justifying all of these things that he's doing to these women?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you nailed it right there. Like, I think that was, like, in his head, what he did was right.
Right. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Like, this is the right thing to do. And because he's done it so many times, you know, that's probably what he, like, his control. He's like, I'm doing the right thing. This is it.
And him being like, oh, I'm killing these women to bring them back.
Oh, my God.
He's playing God.
Control. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I wanted to ask you about this. So when the lady dies and the girls are there, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Did he put a new girl?
Yeah.
He did, right? Okay.
So, well, he didn't, because he was talking to Topher Grace. But another girl was, like, in the wings waiting, and she came out and she moved the table, threw her down there, which is why when Sister Barnes goes down and you see the dead body.
Yeah.
That was the girl. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Just making sure.
The bodies did switch.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, no, he did switch them. Yeah.
Right. There's no prophecy. These girls aren't getting brought back to life. Like, he's full of shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's my thing, too, is, like, you know they're not going to come back. So, like, why, like, again, he's psycho.
Yeah. Controlling if they live or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, they're going to die. Also, my thing is, like, if I'm in a cage for I don't know how long and I'm barely eating, I'm not sleeping, I have, a little bit of water.
That's exactly what I said.
I would want to kill myself, too.
I'm like,
so, no, you're not controlling it.
Yeah.
I'm taking fate into my own hands and I'm killing myself because I'm done with this shit. Yeah. So, control my ass.
Like, what am I supposed to live for? I'm in a fucking cage. I haven't showered since God knows when.
The stench alone. I'd be like, put me out of my misery.
Oh, God.
Exactly. There's nothing that you want to live for. You don't think you're going to get saved. So I'm eating the pie too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so it's like he doesn't have control. He's basically forcing them
to not want to live.
But again, psycho.
Exactly. But wait, I love that at the end, we had the other sister come back to life. Thank God. Because...
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because I thought she would have bled out at that point.
I know. I really thought she was dead. And I was like, this is... Because this is basically the first time that he actually physically hurts them. And it's like he didn't go to hurt her. He just, quote unquote, defended himself. Because he knew he was about to get killed. You know? Like, because I think... what he thrived on was the psychological torture. You know, like I think that got him more excited than actually physically hurting them.
Oh,
you know,
course.
So I think he was just prepared to defend himself if he had to, or like stop them from hurting him. And after that, I was like, this girl is dead. You know, she's a goner.
Oh, yeah.
But to see her, like, come back, although, like, she only comes back for a little bit, just made me so happy.
At the right time, though.
Yes. I was like, thank goodness she's back. You know?
Yeah. I have a question, though.
Okay.
Because at the very end, we see Sister Barnes. She finally escapes. Yeah. And she goes out in the fields. And then you see the butterfly. And then it cuts to her, and it cuts back to her finger, and the butterfly is gone. Mm-hmm. So I know that when they're in the basement, and Mr. Reed is talking about Taoism and the whole idea of like an alternate universe and like things not being what they seem, and do you remember that part,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
And then the whole thing, because with the butterfly, right? So my question is, do you think with the butterfly being there and gone, that Sister Barnes actually did die in the basement?
Oh.
Because she got stabbed in the stomach. I mean, that's
I know.
like internal bleeding.
I thought about that too, actually. Now, because I didn't rewatch it. I did watch it like a month ago or 3 weeks ago. But I did, now that you're bringing that up, I did think of that too, because I feel like they wouldn't throw that wouldn't throw that theory just to throw it in and then show us that at the end. Like, it could be some foreshadowing.
Because butterflies are in it too a lot, yeah.
So maybe fuck.
Which sucks, because you're rooting for her to get out of there.
I was so happy.
And then hopefully that she can call and be like, hey, also there's a bunch of women being locked up, so like come save them.
Yeah. I was so happy that she was like alive. Oh fuck, I had forgotten about that.
But is she? And that's why I love A24 movies. They do that too, where you're like, the ending is just so kind of obscure, and you're like,
oh, with your head, man.
What? Maybe?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. Oh, God, so good.
So it's like, well, maybe she did, and then she was just like hallucinating because she lost so much blood.
Yeah.
We could say it that way.
Yeah.
Or she really did die in the basement, and that was her like going to the other side, and
fuck,
she really is dead.
I know. I hope she's alive.
I hope so too. I wanted her to be, but when I saw the butterfly wasn't there, and I was like, oh wait, what? No.
I know, because I thought about it too. But sometimes I think about stuff like that, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna live in my happy place. She's alive.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. We want a happy ending, right?
Yeah.
So
I wanted to
also.
Yes, I wanted to talk about real quick for a film that was done in like a small set, you know. Mm-hmm. I think the colors were so on point with everything. So basically, when they are in that living room, it felt like the fact that we feel it right away, and the girls are not, because, you know, they live in this bubble, but you can tell right away that it's just this guy there.
That's so funny, because I was like, no woman lives here.
Thank you. That was, and it's like, so I feel like when you're making the set, you know, you're thinking of all this stuff. If you are like a prop person, and, you know, the director, you're like, I'm 100% sure they thought about that.
There wasn't a throw blanket. No one. He doesn't have a wife.
That was also like almost a futon. Like, no.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. There wasn't a single picture on the wall.
No.
He's not married.
Thank you. That's exactly what I thought. I was like, this is.
It's like a bachelor pad.
Yeah. But
like
not even. It's like a bachelor
dude.
pad, but he's like old, and like there's like wallpaper. I was like, this. It just gave me the creeps right away. Just the setting of the place, and then. And then when the girls go down to that where he tries to like test them, it's like a fucking man cave. You know? So that's why I'm like, for such a small set, I think they did such a good job with them. You know, that we had the living room, we had that library, office, caveman situation, then we had that basement. Which was so dark and nasty. And then we had that room with the cages, you know, and the
like sub basement.
Yeah, because
even more.
Oh God, the house was so complex too. And
right, but it's like everything connected, but it was still like you're getting lost.
Weird. But then the only time we see like brightness, which is what I love about, you know, cinematography, is when she leaves. And we don't even know if she's alive, you know? When she leaves, that's when you see, like, oh, like you as a viewer take a deep breath in. And I think they did that so beautifully. So good.
Yeah.
Such a good film.
Because even his, like, timer that he has on the lights.
Also from, like, 1930s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Definitely.
What was I gonna say? I can't remember if he was nominated for this role. He was. But was it a Golden Globe?
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, so something that I wanted to, like, that I read was that the director of it, Scott Beck and Brian Woods, have also worked in A Quiet Place.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
The OG one, the first one.
Yeah. So good. Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay.
And then I think that was it. That was all I wanted to say before you'd say anything else. Yeah, there was a lot about like the way that they use like confined spaces in the set for you to feel claustrophobic as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so good.
I really liked that scene though when they do go into that like office room and he's talking about iterations of things. So like the whole thing with Monopoly and then the song and just like scenes like that where it's all dialogue, but
it's making you think so much in it too.
Yes.
You're thinking the whole time.
So good.
And every time, sometimes he would describe one and I was like, this is what you are doing right now to the girls.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I just love shit like that.
I know. Such good writing. I'm sure you know who's the writer because I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
But what was the other stuff that I wanted to, like, bring on? Well, I think that's pretty much it. It's very rare when we get good psychological thrillers. Like, I feel like Long Legs was a little bit like that, too. That it kind of, like, you're thinking the whole time.
Yeah, messes with your head.
Oh, God. There's, like... Wow, my audio is definitely getting that. My neighbor has the music so loud.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Background music.
Yeah. What the hell? It's like doom, 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 doom. Oh my gosh. It's definitely going in the audio. Whatever, man.
Well.
Okay, so do you have any fun facts?
I do, yes. All right. So, Hugh Grant once stated in an interview, quote, "I'm getting bored of playing obvious roles and being typecast." So, writer and director Scott Beck and Brian Woods. So they did both. They wrote and directed
Oh, shit. They're good.
So they saw this interview and they wrote the character of Mr. Reed with Hugh Grant as their top choice for the role.
Oh, damn. But Mina, I even spoke in Spanish. The way he delivered that role was just impeccable. You know? And I love that they didn't get rid of his accent. I'm like, keep him like that. It keeps him more authentic.
Charming.
And it keeps him more authentic probably as an actor too.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. However, persuading Hugh Grant to take the role took about 4 months.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So he kept, like, emailing them about questions of his character.
Okay.
So, but they got him.
Yeah, I'm so glad he took the role, you know, and I'm sure he did after, you know, he filmed it. I also feel like it's probably super nerve-wracking for actors when they're reading it and you're thinking this could be amazing, but if it's not well done, it could be the biggest flop.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I was thinking about that too. Like if I was reading the script.
Yeah, you have to trust that director so much that they're going to make the best of this.
Right. Because that is the thing, too. Like, just the direction and, like you said, the cinematography things. And, like, it really...
And choosing the right actresses, too. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So many puzzle pieces.
The whole, like, vibe of the scene. Like, all right. So, Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East, who play the two sisters, they were actually both raised Mormon.
Oh, my God.
So they were able to give valuable insight into the religion when shooting the movie. However, they're no longer Mormon.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad for them.
I know. But that, I think that helps them
100%.
In their role.
They know it inside and out. I looked them up, both girls, when I watched it because I was like, they're really, really good actresses.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like,
bright
perpetually
futures.
having teary eyes.
Yes.
Like, the whole fucking film just being like, I'm going to throw up, shit my pants, and cry.
And there's stillness through it, because it's like one of those roles that you're nervous, but you're also... Your character,
have to keep your shit together.
You have to keep your shit together as the character, because you're trying to survive this situation. Oh, God. Beautifully done.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Because it's like they had to try to be smarter than him. So you can't freak out.
Oh,
so good. Hugh Grant improvised the moment when he meows in reference to what his favorite Monopoly piece is, which caused Sophie and Chloe to laugh during the take.
Oh.
Do you remember that? When he's like, oh, I won't tell you which piece is my favorite. He improvised that, which so great.
Oh my God, what a good icebreaker too, because imagine a really intense scene and everyone is fucking tired because you have to be in that stressed character.
Right.
Oh God.
You need that here and there for sure. Yeah. So this was shot over a period of 1 month in Vancouver, and they shot it in chronological order.
Oh.
Which I think helps too.
Yeah, I think so too. Like the
build up of things. Mm-hmm. So in order to keep Sophie and Chloe on their toes and engaged in the scenes, Hugh Grant would improvise and change lines. Like the moment when Mr. Reed mispronounced Angel Moroni's name, because I think he says like Moroni, and they're like Moroni.
Yes.
So that.
Love that.
Yeah, they actually do correct him.
Yeah.
Which that's not in the script, but he said it wrong. Brian Wood's chief inspiration in pursuing a work all about religion was because of the recent death of his own father. And the moment when Mr. Reed misheard Lou Gehrig's disease as blueberry disease is in reference to how Sister Barnes' father died. That actually happened to Brian Woods at a family dinner.
Oh, that breaks my heart. But that's funny.
Right? Yeah. Last one. So Scott Beck and Brian Wood spent 10 years developing the film. One of the reasons this took so long was because of the meticulous amount of theological research they had to do, which, I mean, they covered like so many things. Yeah. And like when he's talking about like, oh, so-and-so had all these disciples and like talking about all these religions and how like basically that pertained to like Christianity and Jesus. I was like, oh my God, is that true? Mm-hmm. Like I had no idea, but obviously if they did all this research, it must be true. But that's just so interesting.
It is really. And I also feel like this is why all of Hugh Grant's monologues were so well written, you know, because it was very well researched, and
you could tell,
they took the time to not just research, but to write it right. You know? I love those little fun facts. I'm like, it makes me so happy.
It's interesting too, because in some things like,
yeah.
Fun.
Love that. Okay, so the Rotten Tomatoes score was 91, which I think it could have been even gone higher.
A little higher,
The audience gave it a 76, which I'm like, hello.
They can suck it.
But I'm like, if there was religious people there voting, you know, that's probably why. I think I only have those two, but the critics loved the movie because it's just so fucking good. It's so fucking good. IMDb gave it a 7 out of 10. No, it deserves way more than that, you know?
Even 8 out of 10, which, but, I just, because I didn't know what to expect out of this. Like, I figured it would be good.
Yeah.
But I just really, really liked it.
Well, they did, I think they like, a few of them just talked about, like, the ambiguous ending, which was what you were talking about before, you know.
It's like Inception with the top.
Exactly.
When he's, you know, like, you could say it's the same thing. So, like,
exactly,
it's meant to be ambiguous, but it plays into and what it's talking about. It's not random.
That's the impact on your viewers. Like, that's what you want to create. You want them to come out of the movie theater talking about it, you know, and discussing their opinions and thinking what we thought. Is like, was she dead? Was she alive? Or he had some good points in his conversation too, not just the girls. Like, I think that was the magic of that film. And guys, Tracey saying she liked it is huge. Why? Because she's not a horror film fan. She's not. It's not her vibe. She'll suck it up just for me and Giovanni.
But again, this wasn't like horror in.
It was a thriller.
It had a thriller psychological aspect to it, which I really enjoy. Yeah. I don't mind horror and like killing, which sounds terrible. But my thing is, this is scary because it could happen.
Exactly.
I don't like horror when it's like poltergeist, ghosts.
Yeah.
Demons, like that gets a little silly to me. But this is just so plausible. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
And in that aspect, that is horror. So, yes, I really liked it a lot.
Yay. Okay, so we're both giving it 2 thumbs up. I mean, if you listen all the way until this moment right here, you've probably seen it too, but we would love to hear your opinion. That was...
I know.
Yeah.
I want to like go and like read what people have said about it. Like, I'm really curious. Yeah. I had to hold back from doing it because I was like, I want to have my own opinions, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Like,
I know. I always think about like, oh my God, maybe I should read, and I'm like, no, I want my opinion to be as authentic as possible.
Right, but now I'm gonna go and read what other people say. Yep.
But yeah, I hope you guys also enjoyed as much as we did. I do recommend this film to everyone. I don't care if you like horror films or not, or thrillers or not. I think it's you're religious or not. Like, I think it's a really, really good film. Everyone went to work, including the crew, the actors, everyone.
Even the women who were like in the cages, like they didn't have any lines, but
they did an amazing job. Oh my gosh. They were so thirsty.
I know, and probably malnourished, and
I want to see this.
Ugh.
Oh, my heart. Well,
I'd eat a blueberry pie too.
You know, we forgot to talk about the fact that guy from the church came in twice.
Topher Grace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a feeling something was wrong. And all I wanted to say, this is your fault. Why are you sending girls to do this thing?
Yeah, I know. Because I love that he comes back and he was like, I'd be remiss if I didn't
give you.
And he gives him the pamphlet. Because, you know, I thought about that too. I was like, wait, where are their bikes?
Mm-hmm. He took them. When he went to the kitchen.
Right, when Sister Barnes explains you did this, and then she says anything, I was like, oh, okay, because that crossed my mind. I was like, wait, when did he have time to do that? But
they explain
it, but
Well, that's it for today. Very frustrating in that moment, but such a good, satisfying film. So good. You know?
Yes. Definitely recommend. Go watch it.
Go watch it, everyone, if you haven't.
Even though we ruined it, go watch it anyway. It's still good.
Go. We missed so many things. That's okay.
Yeah, it's a lot to cover. Digest. Yeah. I mean, it's almost 2 hours. Yeah. Of that movie, but it didn't feel like
it. Did not.
To be honest, it was fast.
Yeah. Okay, rate, review, and subscribe, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.